All right, we're going to go. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Retro and Rare podcast episode for a Marvel Monday. I'll give you credit for that.
Oh, okay.
You did suggest it 10 seconds before the show, and it worked out. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode number 10. It really doesn't mean a goddamn thing. It's just a nice round number, and I'm excited about it. We're going through a ton of topics like we did the last 9 episodes. I will give some details about the giveaway coming up. We're probably going to do that on another episode, only because I want to be fair to everyone, make sure everyone knows what's going on with it so they have a proper chance to enter. And it should work out lovely. Now, normally this is where I ask young Doyle for a topic suggestion, but I already know one that I want to talk about right off rip, which is Mr. Kojima game Death Stranding. Now, this isn't going to be some kind of fucking in-depth nerd review about it. I'm going to be full disclosure. I don't own the game. I didn't buy the game lately. I've been tailing back out of some disciplined shit, not buying games. Haven't bought Call of Duty. Haven't bought Need for Speed Heat. And I didn't buy Death Stranding. And I've been waiting for Death Stranding. But I'm trying this new way in my life. Not drinking right now. I'm still smoking a ton of weed, which is cool. I'm no problem with that. I've been eating way healthier. I'm down like 20 pounds. I'm feeling good. So in that way, that new way of life, I got to be more disciplined in everything I do. I can't just go out every day and go shopping and all this shit. So I'm going through a couple of months of just doing what I consider the right thing. And we're going to see. Now, it has not stopped me from obsessively watching all the Twitch streams of people playing, knowing about the story, understanding the game, and then, of course, the fact that there's such mixed reviews. Have you heard anything about the game?
I've seen some gameplay. It's alright.
Right, 'cause exactly. That's your reaction to everything. It's alright. Like, literally, somebody can give you a 40-carat flawless diamond, and you'll go, it's alright.
Well, the new Pokemon game's not going to be alright. That's going to be really good.
Bro, do you understand Death Stranding and Pokemon, where they fit in the spectrum of, like, relevant quality video games? Now, plenty of people would argue, no, Pokemon, Charizard. Yeah, I know. Everyone shut the fuck up. This is big boy shit, okay? And that's one of my first things I want to talk about. A lot of people, you know what people call it? Death Stranding? A Amazon agent package delivery simulator. Because you spend a ton of time in the game. You're a delivery guy, essentially, in a post-apocalyptic future, this and that. But Kojima is such a goddamn genius that he's ahead of everyone by a million light years. And he's so innovative in a lot of what he does in his story and his gameplay mechanics and just the way things play out. So everyone now wants this copy and paste gaming experience where all the games are kind of the same and everyone's bitching about cutscenes and shit. But hold on. It's all relevant to the story. See, and I'm going to be the first one to admit I don't have a great attention span. Like, every day you ask me to start a Twitch stream, right?
Yeah.
And you know what my answer always is? I'm not sitting in front of a fucking camera for 6-7 hours playing one game straight. I can't do it. I don't play games like that. I used to. Now I don't really do that. I get into my Gran Turismo shit a little where it's a few hour session. You know, some games hit me the right way, and I think Death Stranding would be one of those if I bought it. That if I played it, I would probably get hooked. The first half of the game, or 35% of it, is slow because you're kind of getting shit, gathering shit. And I'm not going to do any spoilers because I'll be honest, I've watched pretty much the whole game on Twitch or YouTube long plays. I got into it almost in a movie thing, and I'm going to get into Twitch in a little bit because, recently I found my boy Sharpie Plays, which is like my favorite guy. I think he's pretty popular, but I'll explain about it in a minute. Now, with Death Stranding, I really feel like the game could have been different in a lot of ways, but I think Kojima knew what he was doing. Shout out Red Bull. Sponsored by Red Bull. Not. Excuse me. But a couple of things about how the game started. It started really slow where you're delivering shit and you don't know what you're doing, but it looks incredible. Like the graphics, bro. So you watched a little bit of gameplay, right?
Yeah.
Dude, the graphics look so sick. Some people don't like the graphics, which I don't understand how you can complain about it. But little things like how you balance shit on your back. You literally have to use counter leverage, like hold L2 because the packages you're carrying. I mean, bro, you're delivering like your dead mother to a fucking thing. Like, it's weird. No, don't put your hand on your eyes like that. That's the fucking game, bro. This is Kojima, motherfucker.
It's Amazon shit.
No, oh my God, bro. Look, I thought it was funny when I saw that comment, though. A package delivery simulator. But, dude, as the game progresses, it gets crazy. And obviously, there's all kind of monsters and weird shit and Kojima-esque enemies, just crazy. And, you know, I'm a Kojima fanboy because of Metal Gear. And I didn't like the way the bad breakup happened with Konami and Phantom Pain and all that other shit. So it caused me to root for him even more. But it annoys me that we're in a generation where people can't appreciate an innovative game. We got away from that in gaming. Like I said, all this battle royale bullshit. As much as I love first-person shooters, all the FPSs, which are just, you know, copy and paste, Battlefield, Call of Duty, blah, blah, blah. This game is actually different. And it's not, you know, you could say that about some of your beloved Nintendo games that I still feel like are made for 5-year-olds. This is innovative in a good way, like in the right way. Some people just didn't like it. Some people just think it's too boring, too many cutscenes. But the story is sick, bro. And I feel like you should give it a fair chance. Another reason to get a PlayStation, in my opinion, the special edition console, which I think is going to be the last limited, you know, game-based console that they're going to release. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. I'm not really into the art of it as far as me buying an outright console. I don't own any limited edition consoles. None of them. There's nothing I own. I don't own the Batman one. You own the Spider-Man one.
Yeah.
That's cool, but to me, dedicated consoles, like you showed me that custom the other day. Remember the Millennial Falcon? And I'm like, I don't really care. I know. Somebody made, what was that? Xbox, what was that?
Oh, it's N64.
Yeah, I don't really care. So you put an N64 inside of a big Millennial Falcon. Cool. That doesn't do it for me, though. It's like, yeah, but then I can only play Star Wars games, in my mind. It's just, that's what it is. It's just a big, giant Star Wars tribute, and it's like, well, I'm going to put in WCW, NWO Revenge. I know you can. I'm just saying, it's just, it doesn't do it for me. So, I don't want to give an in-depth thing, and I don't have a right to review for Death Stranding because I didn't play it. People wanted me to talk about it. Essentially, I don't agree with some of the people's reviews. Some of the reviews are giving it 10 out of 10s. I don't know if it's a 10 out of 10 either. It depends what you're looking for. It's not a sports game. It's not whatever. So, well, go ahead.
Do you think that the PS4 is at its peak with that?
Oh,
with Death Stranding and Red Dead Redemption?
Yeah. You mean graphically and shit?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. The PS4 is probably peaked, but I'm curious to see what the PS5 is going to do. Is the PS5 going to run Death Stranding better? I think it will. I think it's HDR 4K 60 frames right now.
Oh, it's backwards compatible?
The PS5? Yeah, yeah.
Oh.
That's one of the biggest selling points, and I heard it's fully PS5, 4, 3, 2, 1. If I'm not mistaken, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, whatever. But okay, so yeah, that's enough on Death Stranding. I don't want to make it a Death Stranding podcast. I don't have a right to, like I said, because I didn't play the game. I know a lot of people are going to be surprised to hear me say all this, but as far as the new shit, I'm still looking for, if I come across some old school games that are dope and I get a good deal on them and I don't have them, I'm going to pick them up. I'm just trying to chill out on the new shit because I have over 250 PS4 games.
You could do trade-ins.
Yeah, and it's not worth it. I almost did that. I almost said, you know what, for once in my life, I'll go to GameStop and just, here's 4 or 5 games and give me Death Stranding, let me go home. Nah. I was going to do that with Call of Duty. You know what happened? I got the Pro Edition, not that it means anything for Black Ops 4. I know it's a year and a half, 2 years old. I'm not, $5? I paid $130 for a Pro Steelbook, blah, blah, blah. I get you're not going to give me $40, but $5? And I'm Captain Defend GameStop all the time. I do that. I know. But I'm not doing $5. Like, I'd rather have it in my room. I'd rather just keep it. And that's what's happened. That's why I have 250 PS4 games. And I haven't completed all of them. I'm going through my list the other day, and I'm just looking at my percentages. Half of them are like 25%. Gran Turismo, though. 1,600 hours. No, I'm like, that's on Gran Turismo 6. I'm probably at like 50. Yeah, I haven't hit 1,000.
Did you 100% it?
You really can't. No. The answer is no. But I've 100%ed like the like the licenses and the I don't know I guess campaign, you can call them racing, but they keep adding more. So I haven't gone back in a couple months. Gran Turismo is great with the free content. They just did an update don't get me started on Gran Turismo. Time out. I wanted to talk about, speaking of racing games that are new that I didn't play, but I wasn't going to buy it anyway, but I like to speak on it, is Need for Speed Heat. Need for Speed fucking Heat came out. It's based in a fake-ish Miami. It's not in Miami, but it looks just like Miami and a little bit of like, I don't know, it's a mix. It's like
Vice City.
Yeah, kind of. But I knew it's going to be an arcade racer, and just like what always makes me frustrated as fuck is I love the car selection, but the driving sucks. It drives like an arcade game. It's fake. It's 200 mile an hour sideways drifts, and I want that mix. I wish Gran Turismo would have the car selection from Forza and Need for Speed and the customization, but to have the gameplay mechanics from Gran Turismo. So, but it's for a different person. I like simulators. It's not for me. It's for someone that likes to drive around the custom tuner scene. Like, remember Need for Speed, like back in the day, doing all the fucking customization, and what was the one called? Need for Speed, what was the one called? Underground. How cool was Underground back on PS2 and Xbox with fucking Yin Yang Twins on the menu? I mean, that's just awesome memories playing those games. And that's the other thing I want to cover. I don't know if we'll do it today, but that late 90s, like 99 to 2004 gaming era was awesome. Like, I have great memories. I was like, just in high school, getting out of high school. Just had some great gaming memories around that time, and we're going to talk about that later on. So, Need for Speed Heat, if you're into Need for Speed franchise, which to me has tailed off. This one has cops in Need for Speed, just like Underground 2 to me is like, Hot Pursuit 2, I'm sorry. Hot Pursuit 2 is my favorite Need for Speed game, although I love the originals. Great memories with that. So if you like that kind of thing, it's a good pickup on PS4. The other one is Modern Warfare. It's amazing. Like, I've played it at a buddy's house and this and that. I've done some sessions. Another one I can't believe I didn't buy. I'm really being disciplined with this shit, bro. I mean, right there is like $200 in games that I would have just blew. And you know what? I would have played them for a while, and then they sit on the shelf, and I don't play them. And to me, there's not as much redeemable value in buying a brand new game as there is buying a vintage game that might go up in price, and it's a part of my childhood, and it's a good game. So that's something I look at now when I'm buying shit. And also, how many PS4 games am I going to stack up from now until when PS5 comes out? The new SCUF Vantage 2 controller just came out. You know me, I'm a premium controller freak. It's like one of my favorite things. Like, it's one of my vices on new systems. Premium controllers? Bro, we talked about this on a really early episode of the podcast, like episode 2, I think. But
what about the Xbox Elite?
I love it. I have the Elite 1 now, the version 2. Version 2 is out. I know. It looks really similar to the 1, except for that it's got those LED lights in the front. But there's other options. There's different. I love it. To me, the Xbox Elite controller, although I have the new Nacon Pro Evolution 2 PS4 controller, that's as close as I've ever got to actually saying it's better than the Elite. The SCUF controller, it is what it is. No, I love that thing. I fucking love it. And it's, detachable D-pad and switch all that out. Definitely cool, but I don't know if it's better than the Elite overall than the Nacon, which is a brand people don't know about. I say Nacon Pro Evolution. People are like, what the fuck? All right, you got some topics now? Now we can kind of dive in. I got Death Stranding out of the way.
All right, so somebody's asking, when are we going to get our own intro riff?
A what?
Intro riff, like Wayne's World.
Oh, Wayne's World. Well, I have, shout out Agent Purple X. He's the dude that made the original Retro and Rare podcast intro for me. And a lot of people, now those are SoundCloud days, and once again, let me address the SoundCloud fans. It's still, I feel for you guys. Doyle, that's one thing you got to get on, man. You're supposed to help me out with that, you scumbag.
What do you mean? We
got to get this shit on fucking Spotify and iTunes. It's just going to be, when we do item of the day, me and him talked about it. We talked about how it would work with certain visual aspects of the show. Some people, though, don't watch YouTube, and that's the problem. My thing was, I was just trying to funnel everybody to YouTube. Let's get the YouTube going, and then we'll see. I've now got enough people hit me up that are like, yo, I missed the audio version of the podcast. I need it back. So we have to find a way to put it on Spotify, put it on iTunes. It's going to mean we have to create a website specifically so we can copy and paste the link. I figured it out. That's what we have to do. So we got to do it. I don't know. We got to do it. So, but I apologize to those people that want the audio. Check us out on YouTube for now. We're going to work on it. I know I say I'm working on it all the time. As far as the intro, we'll get some intro going. I stole a page out of Joe Rogan's book with the, like, boom, just jump in and go, because that's the way I like to watch podcasts. And I have to be a little more mindful of everybody else and the way they might like to consume the show. So I got you. I at least appreciate your supporting the show, so that's good. What else? We got something else?
All right, we got how to prevent a console from yellowing.
Okay, so we'll talk about this real quick. So your console's yellow. Now, I'm going to break down. This is Mythbusters, motherfucker. Doyle, do you know why your console yellows? Go ahead.
Because of the sun or smoking or pets.
Wrong, and wrong, motherfucker. You know why it yellows? Back in the mid-'80s, possibly earlier, the government instituted a law having certain electronic devices that have to have a certain flame-retardant coating. Therefore, if it overheats, or in a case of an anomaly, your favorite word, a fire in the home, this thing wouldn't melt and burn your house down. Now, that flame-retardant, whatever they put on it, has this chemical that over time breaks down or releases, and it yellows the console. Growing up, I always thought it was because of smoking, and I also heard sunlight. That may also contribute, but it is not the reason. That flame retardant coating is why. That is your insightful fact of the day. Sponsored, not sponsored by Red Bull. Now, there is a way to get rid of it, though. Now, as far as I'm concerned, keeping it in the best possible environment is a good thing. You know me, I am Dustmaster Flex. I got the French tickler. I'm fucking nasty with it every single night. There's not a speck of dust in here. You could put the brightest spotlight you want on any piece of electronic in here. There is zero dust. Zero. Now, if it starts doing that, I heard that just like your boy Vic Almighty that does the shoes, he uses Salon Care 40 to take the yellowing off the shoes, the soles. I've heard you can use that. Now, there's other shit where people do some crazy Frankenstein shit and mix up a bunch of chemicals, and then you put it outside in the sun, which you do with the Salon Care 40, which is, Salon Care 40 is a woman's hair product. I think it takes coloring out or something. But look it up on YouTube, man, if you got a yellow console. I will say, it is disgusting. Yellow consoles, I can't stand when people have them. It grosses me out. My NES and my SNES are pristine.
But you got a yellow shirt.
Yeah, but this didn't turn yellow. It wasn't fucking a beautiful silverish, grayish coat and then it turned yellow. It's yellow because it's Wu-Tang, motherfucker. You understand me? And 36 Chambers dropped 26 years ago yesterday. Respect it. All right, motherfuckers, you know what time it is. It's item of the day. Today's item is the Philips CDI Portable. Okay, now motherfuckers can see it. Can you see it? Everyone's complaining, yeah, I can't see it. I can't see it. What's item of the day? Why don't you guys do a segment where you just do camera? Listen, item of the day. See
we
it?
can do a segment where we zoom in.
Touch the camera, period, die, period. The only reason I haven't killed you yet is it's a lot of paperwork.
But there's different segments.
We just did it. You see, we just did that stupid transition and now we're here. Item of the day. I told you, don't interrupt item of the day, dog. You know what I mean? Yo, Philips CDI. No, this is not a portable DVD player. It is a portable way to play the wonderful Philips CDI. Now, let me tell you guys something. The Philips CDI is a system that is extremely rare to begin with. I wouldn't say rare, but it's obscure. The portable version's rare as fuck. So, this thing is cool. It is model, I believe it's the 370. This thing is brand fucking new, by the way. If I took the fucking thing off the screen, I'll tell you guys quickly how I got this monstrosity. By the way, real quick before I tell you that, this is the controller. It looks like a fucking TV remote, old school, but it's actually a controller that you use that way to play games. The games are horrible. There's really no good games. There's one or two. I've spoke about this briefly on the podcast prior, but we'll talk about it again. The Philips CDI came out 1994, 1995, I believe, and it was a multimedia, interactive, learning-based gaming system. This is what the guy in Nobody Beats the Wiz in Long Island told my mother to sell it to her for $600-$700 when I was like 10 years old. So I was just sitting in Nobody Beats the Wiz, and I remember we walked in the store, and I saw like the projection TVs were brand new. Those were like the big technology, because remember, tube TVs only went up to maybe 40 inches, and that was like, if you had a 40-inch Sony Trinitron, you were balling in the mid-90s or early to mid-90s. Then the big projection screens, remember those giant motherfuckers? They were like 60, 50 inch, and that was like crazy. And they were like $7,000. They were expensive. I remember walking into Nobody Beats the Wiz, which was a Circuit City / Best Buy / that kind of electronics store back in the 90s. I believe it was only in New York. Along with PC Richards, which PC Richards still exists. Nobody Beats the Wiz is gone. But I remember seeing this projection screen from the back. And I saw this big thing on top, which I thought was a VCR. Turned out it was the Philips CDI. And then I realized it was a game system, and I started fucking around with the controller. I remember it was on like a string, and I was fucking with it. Then there was this horrible like racing game on it, but it intrigued me. It was like an Indy car racing game. And, you know, SNES was out. I believe PlayStation, Sega Saturn, I think, because this might be 95. And I remember saying, these graphics aren't really that good. And like, why am I using a TV controller with a joystick? And like, where's the controller, which they do make for it. Anyway, guy came over, full sales pitch on my mother, with my father sitting like this in the corner on the couch over there like this. She's talking about, he was talking about, it's an educational system, ma'am. It's got the Encyclopedia Britannica, which comes along with the console itself. Sir, I see you sitting over there. He was talking to my dad, who was just pissed. Sir, what do you like you like sports? You like sports? He's like a little corny dude. Like, you like sports? And my dad didn't answer him. He just wanted to kill him. And he was like, ma'am, we actually have a wonderful NFL trivia game. Your husband would love it. And, ma'am, what do you like? And she's like, well, I play a little Tetris. My mother loved Tetris. God rest her soul. She loved Tetris. And she was the only person I ever knew that beat it. We talked about that in a last podcast. The only person I knew that beat it back then. I know people have beaten Tetris on NES since. But he's like, oh, ma'am, honestly, there's a great version of Tetris on this with some wonderful backgrounds, which he's right. That's one of the only great games on it. So, needless to say, my mother bought this. And this is one of the reasons I'm into all this, is because growing up, we had stupid shit like a Philips CDI. Now, item of the day, the way that this relates is, this is a portable version of that system, which was amazing. Because back then, for you to be able to pop this giant lithium-ion battery and play a motion, because it was motion-based. That's what this is, a sensor. And it was like motion kind of. Sometimes you would move the controller and you would see it on the screen. It had that receiver in it. It also came with like a 3-button Genesis-looking controller, which I have over there. I don't feel like getting it. There's one beat 'em up on it that's good, and it's a mutant. I think it's called Mutant's Revenge. It's a good beat 'em up side scroller. Other than that, it had some horrible games. Tetris was decent. They have Hotel Mario on it, which, yeah, you fucking more Hotel Mario. It's not that good, Doyle. And what about all those Zelda games on it?
Yeah, those are not that good.
The Wand of Gamelon, whatever it was called. I don't even know what it was. So I got this because a local video game store a couple of years ago went out of business. And it was the one that I really bought a lot of stuff from them, had a great relationship with them. I remember that I barely knew this existed. I knew of obscure systems that existed. But I went into that store the day he was having a clearance sale. It was kind of a first come, first serve. And I scoured the store for like an hour, and I kind of walked around. There was piles of games everywhere. I was allowed to kind of go in the back room, and I went in the back room, and that's why there's that picture that kind of went viral on my page around that time of 4 of these complete in box, just stacked. I had people DMing me all day trying, yo, would you pick those up? I'll buy it from you right now. They're expensive. They're like $800 to $1,000. And there was one of them that was out of the box, but it was in the styrofoam insert and it had the battery, the controller. And I went through the other ones and I took the ones that were in the complete in box. And I asked them if I could have that one, just the insert, and you can take the other one because it wasn't in good shape. This one was brand new. Like it hadn't been used. There was still, it wasn't sealed in the box, but it was open, but no one took it out. Like I had to undo the plastics off of everything. And, you know, I did it because I wanted to hook it up. I'm not like a sealed guy. I just know it's a 9.8 out of 10 now because I took it out of the box. I'll never use it. It's stupid, but it's obscure. And the whole point of all this is I got it because I spent about $300 that day. But I swear to God, if you break down that price, I might have paid $40 for that. It's worth about $600. One of them sold on eBay for like $950 in August. And it wasn't even that model. It was one below it. This is like the better one. These actually went to a lot of hotels. That's where they were. They were like locked down on like the dresser of a hotel in certain hotels across the country so you could play it. So anyway, item of the day, Philips CDI Portable. Next topic.
All right, so we got the Neo Geo Arcade.
Oh, the stick. The Pro. Have you seen that? It's the white arcade stick from Neo Geo, 6-button layout, 6 or 8-button layout. Some people don't like the button layout because it's different, but man, it's nice. I love it. I've watched a lot of reviews on it. Well, hold on. I can't say I love it. We got to stop doing that. Everyone has to stop doing that. I haven't used it yet. You know, that's why I was transparent about Death Stranding. I don't want to sit here and kiss Kojima's ass. I didn't play the game. I watched 3, 4, 5 hours of gameplay. I like it. I didn't use this stick yet. I am a connoisseur of arcade sticks and shit. From what I hear, it's heavy. The quality is good. It's got the clicks. Okay, it's got the clicks. And by the way, that's my fucking Kwamba Dragon.
What games does it have, though?
All fighting games. That's it. Which is right up my alley. I believe it goes for about $150. If I'm not crazy, $150. And there's 40, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. Maybe it's 20. I hope I'm not. Fighting games only. Like all the King of Fighters, Samurai Showdown 2. You know, those kind of Neo Geo classic fighting games. Now, they're really going ham with this thing because, you know, they already have the Neo Geo Mini Arcade. I have that, but here's what's cool. I can hook that into that and use the controller because it HDMI's out to your TV. So you can also hook in the other game pads, the Neo Geo game pads, which everyone hated because they didn't click. You could hook that into the console, into the arcade stick. So I play 1-player stick, you play 2-player gamepad. So I am a super big fan of all these pre-built in. I love plug and plays, the quality ones. Now, the other one, have you seen the Capcom one that's written Capcom? People hate the design. I don't hate it. It's not my favorite, but it looks quality. That's something I want too. Alien vs. Predators on it. Arcade. Now, I have that in my Pandora's box, or Pandora Key 7, which to me is the best value for a plug-and-play, pre-built with games arcade. It's $200-ish. Can't beat it.
I don't think you can find them, right?
Well, you could find them. I just heard that something happened where they were starting to sell them without the games pre-built in. They're not built in anymore. They're fucking, hey, yo, we'll send you the hardware. You gotta, I know. But True Blue Mini, that thing's still going ham. There's even another version out now that has like 5,000 games, including like fucking N64 and Dreamcast on it. So I don't know how the PS1 classic hardware can handle that, but I've seen it advertised. But anyway, that Neo Geo Arcade Stick Pro, the quality looks really good. Now I know because there's filter options on it. You know, a lot of people get bitchy, especially Neo Geo people, with the scan lines and the filters and the pixels and I'm with you. I'm a quality freak myself. Trust me. That arcade, the baby arcade, the mini, got a lot of hate. You heard me talk about this before. I got a lot of hate for being blurry when you mini HDMI out to your TV. You know how I feel. I went off on people. Metal Jesus specifically talk shit. A lot of people online talk shit. I get pissy because it affects sales of something that it shouldn't, much like the PlayStation Classic. We've been over that. I'm telling you firsthand, that thing hooked up to my OLED looks flawless. So maybe, motherfuckers, you should step up your equipment or try it on multiple TVs before you talk shit about a product. Because a lot of you motherfuckers run around and talk a lot of shit about shit just to get views and clicks. And it's disgusting. So if you really care about the hobby and you want to be honest, be honest. You don't always have to do a hot take that something sucks when it really doesn't suck. You can praise things that are good. So that's my take on it. Give me another topic.
All right, so it says purchase Stadia or wait.
It's a good question because I was really hype on it, and then I found out a couple things. I watched a review about 2 days ago of a guy that went to Google's like headquarters, and he got hands on the controller, played Mortal Kombat 11, played it on the phone, played it on the big screen. And he was like, and I forget the guy's name on YouTube, and he had a lot of following. Like, he seemed like he knew what he was doing. He's like, dude, I'll be honest, this is flawless. I have no issue. It might as well be playing this on a PS4 Pro, HDR. It's perfect. Now, he's in Google's headquarters. What kind of internet do you think they got? What do you think their Wi-Fi signal is? 74G? Fiber? Like, their internet at now. Okay, great. The other thing I come to realize, you can only use it on Google hardware. Meaning, if you want to play it on your phone, it has to be the Pixel or whatever. Or, if you want to play it on your TV, you have to buy the Chromecast Ultra. Is that the best one? Oh. Right? Chromecast Ultra. So you have to buy the best of the best Chromecast, which isn't that bad. But then you have to pay a monthly fee for Stadia. I think it's $10 or $15. That doesn't buy you games. That just buys you access to the server. As far as I know. And then I found out that there's a Stadia Pro and a regular Stadia, and also the Founders Edition. The Founders Edition is the one that's available on November 19th. Once again, day before my birthday. My birthday is November 20th. I am reaching, you know what I'm reaching? Right here. What does this say, motherfucker? What does that say, Doyle?
36?
I'm reaching the 36th chamber. That's how old I'm going to be if you don't get where I'm going, you fucking idiot. I hate when you just look at me like you're have mental problems. Are you okay?
You're going to 36 chambers?
I'm going to be 36 years old, Doyle.
Oh, you're going to enter the 36 chambers.
Oh, my God. You know what? Google Stadia. I don't know if you should buy it. I don't know. From what I hear, the one that's available on the 19th is only the Founders Edition, which is like a pre-order. So I don't even think it comes out on the 19th. I am okay with... How do you feel about streaming games, Doyle? Do you have a problem that there's no console? Do you care? That's like saying you care that... Well, I'm talking to someone that collects steelbooks for a living and movies. Do you care that Netflix... Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, it's essentially Netflix for games in so many words. You still have to pay $60.
Yeah, but what about if they take it away?
I don't believe that. I think that is the biggest...
Well, Netflix does that. They take away movies when...
You didn't pay for the movie.
That's what I'm saying.
You paid for the service. You didn't pay for the movie.
I'd rather have it.
But if you paid $60 for a game, they can't take it away. That's what I'm trying to say. Now, there are conspiracy theorists out there that really think that, oh, well, what if you don't tangibly own it? What if one day they just Thanos snap and then all of a sudden you don't have your games?
Shut down the servers.
We're going to do riot in the streets, bro. Like, do you really think that one day Sony's going to do that? Like, I don't know why I have such a passion for being intense about being pro-digital game. I'm pro-digital game. I have no issue with digital fucking games, bro. And I don't understand why anybody would have a problem with it. Who cares if you can't buy a physical copy of Death Stranding on PS4? Who cares? It's a goddamn recycled plastic blue case with no manual and a cover. Why would you even want to take the disc and put it in? Just have it on a hard drive and boot it. I do it like I mean, I've said this probably 70 times on the show. There's nothing like hitting a home screen, scrolling over, selecting a game, playing it, quitting, home screen, scroll. Is it novel? Like, oh, is it not a big deal that, okay, yeah, I don't have to take a disc out? Yeah, but I mean, whatever. Why would I want to? That's like antiquated to me. Now, speaking of this, let me go on a short rant about antiquated and moving forward. To me, that's a good technology that's old, is discs. Meaning, getting rid of discs, fuck it. Because I don't put the same weight into the quality, collectability, nostalgia, anything of the new games as I do the old. If we're talking PS1 games, I want the disc. I don't want it digital. Talking SNES, I want the cart. I don't want a ROM. Right? Cars, however, I am pissed off about. Everybody's dick riding this new Porsche, the Taycan, the Acon, whatever it's called. I'm not. I hate the fact, I don't care if it's more efficient. I don't care about saving the whales. I don't care about burning oil and fossil fuels. I want my car to rev 9,000 RPM, fucking have 400 horsepower minimal. You know what I'm saying? There's no soul in these electric cars. And as a hardcore car enthusiast, I got a problem with that, bro. Yeah, the acceleration. I could care less if your Tesla is faster than my $1 million Ferrari, but my $1 million Ferrari still has that beautiful song of that V12 engine. I don't feel the same about gaming where we're taking away shit and all that stuff, but meaning the discs are old and the new technology is to do it digitally. To me, that's good progression because there's no loss. The game is the same. When you do fucking a car with an electric motor, it's not the same fucking thing, bro. So whatever. V12s, burn gas, 9 miles to the gallon, fuck electric. Alright, motherfuckers. Another topic, one that I've been waiting to talk about. You know, I recently received my Arcade 1UP limited edition Marvel Superheroes arcade cabinet. Dude, we're going to get some footage on this for the transition shots. It's the best arcade that they've ever put up for sure. Like, This is the way that all of their machines should have been from the get-go. Now, I do respect them because initially they launched the company. They sold a lot of shit. They used that money for better research and development. So we're talking about the pinnacle of what I think they can do for the price point. They can go way over it if they wanted to. But this thing, the cool thing about this thing is, number one, right off the bat, it's something that not many people are talking about, but I noticed right away. The screen quality on this is, honest to God, the best. I have the Mortal Kombat, I have the Street Fighter, and I've seen all the other ones. Nothing beats this screen quality. I don't know what they did, what panel they used. I don't know if it's just because it's the limited edition, which is limited to 8,000 pieces. I got number 1513, which is dope. I will say it took a long time to get to my fucking house, and that kind of pissed me off, but that's not their fault realistically. I think the fires in California where they're based had something to do with it. It doesn't matter. I got it. The cool things about it are screen quality is amazing. The biggest thing, which is why I got the limited, is the Sanwa sticks and buttons. The difference is night and day. Anybody that tells you different is a hater or they just don't know what the fuck they're talking about. The sticks and the buttons are arcade perfect in my opinion. The dual speakers are about 10 times better than the original one speaker setup on the old arcade 1UPs. And it's too loud. I can't even turn it up all the fucking way. You saw how loud that fucking thing was. It was unbelievable. So, what else is amazing? The artwork on it, which is custom, especially on the stand, which it comes with, is custom to that. It's got the Marvel Superheroes logo with all the fucking Captain America, Iron Man, Thanos. The sides got Thanos and Doctor Doom, and it's just unfucking believable. And the games are Children of the Atom, amazing fucking fighter. Marvel Superheroes, another amazing fighter. And in my opinion, some people which got bitchy about this, which I don't really understand why you would get bitchy about this, the Punisher. I think people wanted 3 fighters, whatever. The Punisher, one of the best arcade beat-em-ups ever made, is on there. And it's kind of a super rare game that you don't see anywhere else. It's on the Genesis, which is super expensive. And the gameplay is flawless. It fucking is perfect in every aspect. I have no issues with it. The only issue with it I had is I didn't have anywhere to put it. So I had to put it in my office. I was thinking about swapping out one of these cabinets in here. But you know what? You can't enjoy the artwork in here like you can in there because you get to see the side of it. So I really kind of enjoyed having it in the office for now. And the light up marquee, bro. The light up marquee is another one that's fucking amazing. All right, did you recover from your stroke yet, Doyle? Because you're having problems over there. I don't know what happened, but I need another topic.
I'm smoking blunts.
Yeah, what the fuck's wrong with you?
I don't know what happened.
You're out of breath. You're almost dead. You're pale.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
What about the recessed TV thing?
Oh yeah, and the screen because of the dual speakers.
Why would you need that?
Well, because
Oh, that's how it was?
they had to fit the speakers underneath. So the screen is recessed in. Like these are more flat, and that screen is recessed in.
I think that's how they were back in the day, though, right?
Well, of course. Yeah, the cabinets. Yeah. Absolutely. All right, but Arcade One Up, yo. Yo, first of all, Arcade One Up. Can one of you motherfuckers, like, send me one of these things for free? Like, you send... seemingly, they send everybody on these cabinets for free. I got the special email. I know you, motherfucker. I'm not going to say your name. I know you. I got your email. We talked. You're supposed to send me one. I didn't mean to get gangster. I'm sorry. I'm passionate. Give me another topic,
shit.
you fucking retard. God.
All right, top 5 gaming systems.
Didn't somebody ask me that last time, bro? All right, well, listen. The best gaming system of all time is PS2. I know I say PS1. I know people be like, you say PS1. Listen, PS2 can play PS1.
What about the PS5?
No, fuck you. I don't. The new ones don't even qualify. I don't want to hear it. How could you compare that?
It's backwards compatible, you said.
Yeah, well, PS5 isn't out yet. It's not even out. But look, of course, like anybody would say that. That's like saying, you know, the best car in the world is a 2027 Audi. It's not even out yet, but of course it's going to be the best car in the world. Like retro-wise, PS3 and down. PS2 is PS2 is the most selling system of all time. If I'm not mistaken. It is. Yeah. Nintendo's not there. Yeah. How you feel about that, fanboy? Fanboy Johnson. That should be your new Instagram. You should make a new page. Fanboy Johnson 87.
All right, you like this one. MF Doom or MF Groom? Or Grim?
Yeah, MF Grimm. No. Duh. Doom. Hello. Doom. Now, Mr. Grimm in Twisted Metal is a great character. He's one of my favorite. Bad armor, great special. On the motorcycle, flaming skull. What up? Shout out Mr. Grimm. Mr. Grimm is... I like Thumper, too. Twisted Metal 2 is the best Twisted Metal, right? Or is it Black?
I like Black.
Yeah, Black is good. Black is one of my favorite Twisted Metals. Yeah, MF Doom is, I mean, come on, Long Island, what's up? You don't realize. Do you realize how many unbelievable artists come from Long Island? Like, do you know how proud I am to be from Long Island? Like, you have no idea. And I'm just talking about hip hop. There's many other great people that came, but dude, Rock Marciano, Long Island. Oh, MF Doom, Long Island. Oh, possibly the greatest MC of all time, Rakim, Long Island. Yeah. So, Strong Island, what up? We're the best. There's just special people that come out of there. No matter where I live, where life takes me, I don't care if I end up moving to Utah one day. Long Island is always going to be my favorite place in the world. Now, I will admit, living in Florida, going around the country doing shit, Long Island looks old. When I go back to Long Island and I look at shit, I'm like, this shit is old. But you got to pay a price to live there. Bro, you know how much property taxes are in Long Island? Forget about it. All right, another one.
All right, favorite retro Jordans.
Wow. Well, the Jordan 12s, the taxis, hold a really special place in my heart. And just because there's a long story that goes along with it, which I'm not going to get into, but the Jordan 12s, but overall, the 8s are beautiful. I mean, all 1 through 13 to me, like I always say, there's only 13 Jordans ever made. I don't want to hear about the other ones, these new spaceship-looking shoes. Can I just get that off my chest real quick? I can't stand these new NBA shoes. I guess technology has gone in a certain manner where, shoes and shit look different, this, that, and the other. I don't want to it looks stupid. You motherfuckers, like, you see Kanye's new shoe? You see what that thing looks like? It looks like an alien spaceship on your foot. It's stupid. Enough with this, guys. Just make sneaker. It's the same thing with controllers, man. Controllers for the most part, this is what a controller, and I understand Xbox and all that shit, and I get it. But I'm saying overall, here's the kind of basic layout of a goddamn controller. There's no reason, Nintendo, to fucking make a Joy-Con and try to fuck up the game. Same thing with sneakers. The silhouette of a beautiful sneaker will always be classic and timeless. Enough of this fucking weirdo shit and these dumb materials. That's why the retro shit is always, I'm never into this new shit. I just think it looks horrible. So
it's innovative shit, though.
No, and you know what? There's a difference between shoes that people play with, like athletic shoes. You can't just put on fashionable shoes and play real ball with them. I get that. But the performance, in my opinion, makes the fashion side suffer. And considering I am not a world-class athlete, I know that's hard for everyone to believe. I'm not a world-class athlete. I'm on the fashion side. I want my shit to look fly before I want it to support my ankles properly. I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? So Just wanted to get that off my chest. What other little things towards the end of the show here? Oh, it was funny your boy Drake got booed off stage. I thought that was funny. I saw that before. I don't know where he even was. I think somebody else was supposed to come out, and it was Drake, and they hated him. And he was like, "If you guys don't like me, and then fine. Then I'll leave."
You were probably one of them.
Yeah, I was booing in my living room while I was scrolling through Instagram while he was on boo. I just don't like the guy. Can I not like somebody? And is it okay for me to not like Drake and I'm not a hater?
What about that PS2 game?
Yeah, that was ridiculous. It's disrespectful. Some loser millennial fucking 19-year-old made a fucking cover of Drake and all rappers and singers from Toronto and a Street Fighter, like they're gonna make it was a mock-up. Like, look how dope this would be. Yeah, it'd be real dope, bro. Be real dope to have Drake in a fighting game. Yeah. Drake's never been in a fight in his life, bro. And it doesn't mean you're a tough guy if you have been in a fight. It just, what makes me mad about Drake is he plays both sides of the fence, and I don't like it. And I think I have a valid argument. You can't be a tough guy when it's cool and be a cornball when it's not. Just be a cornball, embrace it, be Mr. R&B softy, and do your singing shit. Just don't act like you're hard. Whatever. The guy's successful. He's got fans. I'm not one of them. And if I think I want to make fun of him, then I'm going to make fun of him. He got booed off stage. It's funny. Oh, well. What's up, guys? Welcome to the bonus level. I don't know if we're really going to call it that, but it's going to be an extra segment we're going to do in the show. Right now, I'm just introducing it. I need suggestions for gameplay. You guys want to see gameplay? You want to see me do reviews? This is going to be something separate from the podcast. Just wanted to add in a different angle, something different to the show, to the YouTube channel for different types of content. So let me know in the comments below what kind of things you guys would like to see me review, what kind of games you would like to see me play, or any other suggestions you guys might have. Until next time, peace.